Right, hi everybody. This is a brief, quick instructional how to add your own blog post to your WordPress website. So, what you see here is a dashboard on the left hand side, all the menu items that you'll see. Some of these will not be available on your website, depending on what level of access you have. First of all, what you're looking for to write a blog post or publish a blog post is the post section here and add new. You'll go through to the post editor, and the areas we'll be concerned with today are adding a new post title, the content, and we'll have a little bit of a chat about these areas on the right hand side, and quickly what these areas are in the WordPress editor. So let's get cracking. Let's add a new post. Let's call it a test blog post. A test blog post, that'll do. You can, if you wanted to, use a Divi builder to build a more structured blog post to include sections. But maybe I would suggest before you go to start again, you'll see here the Divi builder button. I would suggest to start that you leave this alone and just get used to popping some posts up using the native WordPress editor here and adding some media. So what we'll do is we will just grab some lips and text, which I'm going to do here. Cut and paste that in. Right. Okay, so we've got some basic text there. It's not going to make any sense. In that text, we can make it bold or italic. We can add sections that want to be bulleted or numbered. We can align left, center align, right align. We can add links. So if you wanted a link to another website or another page on your WordPress website, you could highlight the text, click the little anchor here, add in the URL of where you want to go to, or the page within your site, and click the apply. You can insert a read more tag. You can toggle the toolbar so it goes up and down, so it's slightly easier and smaller. Strike through, horizontal line, text color, paste as text, clear the formatting, special character, increase indents, undo, and keyboard shortcuts. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little icons here I wouldn't really worry about. They're included with Divi. By all means, have a play if you want to, and see what they do. I'm not going to go into that here. If you're feeling really adventurous, you can move away from the visual and play around with HTML, but I think that might be a step too far. Let's just have a look adding a image into the post. So if we click on Add Media, there's an image already here. Now to add an image into your media library, you simply go to Upload Files, select Files, and click on an image, and it'll upload. Once it's uploaded, on the right hand side it's the URL to the image, the title of the image. You can add a caption, alter text, and a description. You can align left, center, right, none, or link to a media file, attachment page, or custom URL. Won't worry about too much that at the moment. The one thing I would say is have a look at the size. You can select what size you want to add your image in to start off with, although we can edit that in the text editor, and we'll come on to that in a second. So I'm not going to put that one image in, it's a bit boring, you might notice it from the email I sent out. Just pop in this image here. And we can see the image showing below the text. Now we can add it wherever we want to, add more, another image if we wanted to. Let's just click down and click add media, so whether the cursor is flashing, we'll pop that one in, but just make it a little bit smaller, insert it into post, and you can see it appears in line. Now at this stage you probably want to see what you're doing, so you can click on where it says preview over on the right hand side. It will generate a preview for you, so you can see how your blog post will look. You have the title, the author, the date, any categories and any comments, and also on the right hand side you'll find your widget area. That's another thing for another day, and the images and the text and everything. You can go back to the tab on your browser that shows the blog post you've been working on. I'm going to get rid of that image there, and we're just going to publish this post. So up on the right hand side you can either save a draft and come back to it later. I've shown you preview. This will tell you the status of the blog post, and whether it's visibility, whether you want it public, password protected or private. Private is for your members only, password protected if you want to add a password, so only people with a password can view it. But as it's a blog, I would suggest that 9 times out of 10 you're making sure that public is selected there. You can also publish it in the future. You can save a date in the future, month, day, year, and what time. You can play around with that if you want to. Or you can move the post to trash. The format won't do so much in the back end, and you can play with this again. You can either have the standard layout as we've seen there, if it's just going to be a video, an audio file, a quote, a gallery of images, or just a link. I might add small details onto what those actually mean in the blog post. Categories, I would suggest adding some categories. So if we just call this general, click add new category, we can see it's now a general category, and then you can divide your blog post up into, say, let's go for cakes, burgers, vegetables, fruit, as examples. So when people actually go to look on your blog post, if we look at the preview again, depending upon how your blog is set up, you'll see categories, and people can actually go and have a look for the different categories. So if they only wanted to look for fruit, then they could click on fruit here, and it would show the blog posts associated with fruit for you to have a look at. Right, tags as well is another way of sorting and categorizing things, and I'll give you a bit more info about that in the actual blog post. Featured image, you can set a featured image to your blog post. So depending upon your blog layout in your website, you might want to add a featured image, so that image shows on your main website blog page. WordPress should pull in the first available image as your featured image, but then that's again something to have a play around with, and probably some more information for another day. So once you've added your text, you've added the images, you've written here what you wanted to, all you have to do to put your blog live is go to publish, and there you go, your first post is posted. So if we Now I want to go and have a look at your website. We went to home. We can see a test blog post. Test blog post by me, on the date, general is the categories. I know, you can see it if you went to categories. General, it would show a list of all the blog posts with the categories of general. Right, I think that's about it for now. I will probably update this as time goes by, add to it, amend to it. But I hope it helps some of you out there get a general idea on how to quickly and easily publish a blog post. Thank you very much.